I mean, it can make a positive impact on your business.
Yeah, and I think the examples where it maybe might work really well is if you know that person and you know they're spending, let's say, X amount on a particular product, and you can get, I don't know, a significant saving on that particular product, then really you're doing them a favor. And the product may be even better than the one they're buying. So I guess
Yep.
how would you go about doing it if you were, let's say, I don't know, online and you had a link to share? What would you say?
As a consumer myself,
Yeah. Let's say you were referring someone. What would you say?
I don't think I would say much. I would probably show. So if I have a picture, let's say it's clothing. If I have a picture of me wearing that, that's what I would do. If I have a video of me unboxing the product, I would definitely go with that. We react a lot better to uh, what's visual. And sure, I can tell. I can tell my friends that, hey, this T-shirt that I bought, it's great, and you should definitely get it too. But until they see it, you know, they can't really, wrap their head around the fact that this T-shirt is so great that they actually need to buy it themselves. And if I can combine the two, even better. But I think that visual aspect is what makes it really important. We have a bunch of brands that are incentivizing their customers to do this, basically post it on social media, and either tag us or use this hashtag, and then you can also use your referral link, obviously. But they want that visual aspect. They want people, not actors, not not necessarily influencers, not necessarily models, wearing their products, because they know that works. Even if there's not a referral program involved, just they know that seeing regular people wearing their products is definitely going to help other people figure out, okay, that will look good on me, or okay, yeah, like if I know how that person looks like in real life, so I know that if that dress is looking good on her, it's gonna look good on me as well. So that kind of, like, again, going back to that social proof, I think that's what really helps. So that's what I would do. And like I said, a lot of brands are encouraging their customers to do unboxing videos on YouTube, just because they know that there's a reach, and it's always kind of a cool process to watch those videos. Like, oh, like what's going to happen next? Like, what's the packaging like? So yeah, I think the visual aspect will always be as many words as you can write praising the product.
Is there anyone, I mentioned the example of someone with thousands of Facebook friends. Is there anyone that, let's say, it works best for?
Good question. So something that we're seeing these days is that uh, online stores, merchants are setting up two different accounts. There are two different referral programs. So you want for their customers, where they typically give discounts to both parties, so both the customer that's making the recommendation and the existing customer, and the new friend, the new customer. But they also run a separate referral program for people that have a little bit more of a bigger audience, influencers. And so in that case, they typically give them a cash reward, and it's usually higher, and it's usually kind of like either lifetime, or you'll get a commission for the first 10 purchases that every customer that you refer to us will make. And so both of them work. Obviously, a regular person like myself, that I might have 350 followers on Instagram. My reach is more limited than somebody that has 30,000 followers, right? And actually makes a living out of their Instagram profile. And so you would think that in terms of volume, obviously it's good to have those people that have kind of like a bigger reach, just because they can get there. But we've also seen that influencers that are a little bit too big are a little bit more disconnected from their audience. And so their posts don't necessarily work as well as somebody that has 3, 10, 15, 30,000 followers on Instagram. So I would say both for different reasons. Also because, again, the way that you are promoting the product is a little bit different. If you're a consumer, like, hey, I literally spend my money on this product and I'm recommending it to you. It looks a little bit more similar to the restaurant recommendation or the Netflix show. It's like, hey, I'm paying for this service, and this is something that I found that's interesting. And an influencer who even though we trust them, even though also their reputation is kind of on the line because they don't want to recommend a product that they don't like. They want to see it first and they want to make sure it's good. Um, Even though we know that there's kind of like that level of trust and that they actually believe in the product, or they should actually believe in the product if they care about their reputation, it's not the same. We know that there's something behind it. We know that there's more of a financial incentive on their side than on the customer side. Like I said, both of them work. Both of them are different levels of word of mouth. And again, we're actually promoting both. Like, we tell companies that if you can start working with influencers, do it because it's going to pay off in the long run. But yeah, I would say that both of them work at different levels and for different reasons.
And you mentioned influencers. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they've been a bit more, should we say, regulated, in the sense that they have to be transparent about the fact that they're promoting. Is that something a consumer has to do if they, let's say they buy a product and then they put out a referral link? Do they have to disclose that that they would make sort of commission from that or something?
That's a very good question. I don't think so. But I'm also not a legal expert, so I don't want anybody to take my advice on that. But I think that has more to do with people that are kind of like doing it more professionally. If you're just getting a discount or getting a $10 gift card or $10 cash reward for referring your friends, I don't think you necessarily need to do it the first time. But again, I'm not a legal expert, so don't take my advice.
Well, putting the legal stuff aside, do you think that should happen, or do you think that's more of a hindrance?
I personally don't think so, because we're talking about people who are not necessarily making a living out of it. And again, referral programs they happen in all shapes and forms. We focus on e-commerce, but there's referral programs for all sorts of products. It could be even kind of related financial products, like for example, Coinbase has a referral program, and they give you Bitcoin if you refer a friend and they buy a certain amount. And TransferWise also has a referral program, and they literally give you cash if your friends, you refer X friends and they transfer X amount. So I don't think so, because personally, I feel like it would add a lot of just like unnecessary maybe regulation or unnecessary hassles for something that at the end of the day, it's something that people are doing. Again, you're not waking up at 8 a.m. and adding to your to-do list to refer TransferWise or refer Coinbase to your friends. It's something that just probably happening organically, and you're not making a living out of it. So it's a different story if you are maybe like a content producer, or if you are an influencer, or if you have some sort of platform where you're actively looking to make money from that. But the majority of the recommendations that happen between people like you and me, like me referring my friends, there's not necessarily a financial drive behind it, because of the reason that I said earlier. Even if I'm making money out of it, I wouldn't recommend a bad product to my friends. So I think the incentive is a little bit different.